開始啦，睇下先。上次玩到去唔知第幾次輪迴，突然間有好多把聲音，冇錯，就係應該係要救佢嘅，我諗，或者救嗰個叫矛盾嘅。
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
睇下先，今次係邊一個呢？同我一齊旁白，英勇聲音冇其他聲音 ，OK， 淨係得返英勇一個啫。
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale.
咦？又變返係最正常嗰個版本喎。我哋可以試下就咁拎起呢把匕首，然後插落去個公主度先。睇下佢嗰隻矛盾可唔可以收復到佢？先唔好理佢今次。
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
鼓起勇氣上前咯。
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
We are over this already. 我哋應該係直接捅佢嘅今次。
If you hesitate now, it'll be too.
睇下先，送公主上路。
You lunge forward without a moment. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes. Even but it's over. But is it over?
咦？呢一個係冇去矛盾，冇觸發到佢矛盾嘅喎。
We should make sure. What's the harm? I really don't think you should. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
檢查個脈搏先。
Lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
有心跳喎。
What was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another. And another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now.
Ooh.
You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort. The little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
呢一個係唔會收佢個軀殼嘅喎。哦，因為未完。睇嚟第一 round 係咪都唔會收，要第二 round 先有。
And at the end of that, you're here to slay her. If you don't,
再嚟。
a warning. But she will. We know what just.
試下做翻一模一樣嘅嘢先。啊，唔係 actually 嗰個木屋應該會有
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table. The blade is your implant.
同頭先一樣，拎翻起個匕首，直接捅落去嗰度。
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her earth.
受騙的聲音。問親佢鏡，佢都唔會答我哋噶嘛。係咯。
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head.
我都覺
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
I agree.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
咁串嘅，點解咁似呢一個公主？只能夠同佢傾偈。如果我靠近你，你會唔會把我捅死咯？記得上次發生過的事嗎？我知道你有一把刀，如果你肯抌咗嗰把刀，我就放過你。我好想信任你，但係你依家好可疑。呢個啊，
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Oddly specific， 點解要咁清楚講明你諗住做咩？
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
明顯地記得啦。
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
好假嘅公主。
What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
我哋咯，我哋作為玩家咪記得咯。
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
我們可以把話講開嗎？我們雙方都坦誠以對，如何有人派我嚟阻止你 毀滅世界，而你上次心臟被刺穿之後，突然活過來把我給殺了。好吧，我會走過嚟放你出去，你最好唔好玩咩花招。傾咗先啦。
That doesn't sound like me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
佢仲有啲嘢收咗喺背後喎。
But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
估唔到呢隻 game 會有地圖。
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
旁白都俾我哋搞到唔耐煩嘅話，好笑喎。
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk.
My entire world，唔係我哋嘅 entire world。
Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
我 feel 再拖多一陣，佢會 either 自己出嚟啊，又或者有其他嘢做到嘅呢個公主。
I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see.
咦，對手放開咗咯。
I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
公主死都要我哋過嚟喎，佢肯定係有把嘢喺後邊，一行過去就劈落嚟我哋度
I think
咯。
I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed. All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
我到依家都仲係好想同佢一齊走一次，但係到依家都未成功可以同佢一齊脱離一次。
Please don't let her out of here. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
我都覺啊，有些少嘢係咩，但係應該唔係呢一個版本嘅公主啊。算啦，唔好諗啦，鬆佢身咯。
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
冇錯。
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers at first, then yours.
吓？
Hehe.
Ow! What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
喺後邊捅出嚟喎，呢個喺前面捅過嚟。
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
犀利。
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
第3章混戰，又嚟到第3章咯。
You're on a path in the woods. No,
Whoa.
fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
啱啊！哇，呢把聲真係咁多把聲之中最有共鳴嘅一把受騙嘅聲音。
What? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
直接 skip 咗佢最重要嗰忽啦！依家有塊鏡啦。早晨，10年冇跟台了，Hello。呢個呢個真係值得你睇翻之前嗰一集。呢個故事幾吸引、幾得意，亦都有啲恐怖。
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
輪迴變得越嚟越少，冇辦法再選擇逃避。多謝你嘅 YouTube sub，多謝晒。
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning. Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
係咯。
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
吓，係嘅咩？我每一次 fail 都係代表佢 escape 咗咩？唔係次次都有個人嚟收咗佢個軀殼嘅咩？印象中。
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it.
受騙嘅聲音已經唔
Finish telling you
冧
it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
塊鏡咧，死都唔講塊鏡。
Feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one.
話唔定今次真係可以
I'd love to
贏。
get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
係咯。
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
邊度嚟個多啊，旁白哥？
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
個旁白係真係睇唔到塊鏡啊，定還是咩呢？
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it. If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
靠近鏡子一個選項。
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
開到啦。
And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion. Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
好，係時候殺咗個公主啦。
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
正常過今次佢個樣。
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
大鑊。
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
啱喎，呢個受騙嘅聲音冇錯喎，你都死咗好幾次啦，你死咗幾次之後，你都仲喺度，你冇問題啊，你可以死喎，冇問題喎。
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
我哋打唔贏雙刀火雞喎。
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
I'm out of ideas. 我們要再跟他打一次。面對傷痛，也不要為所動。睇先，如果我們不去感受痛嘅話，佢亦都傷害唔到我哋。我們先承認佢嘅力量比我哋強，跟住之後運用口才嚟解決問題，亦都唔係一個好嘅辦法。睇下先，又或者我哋無條件投降。3個選擇，大家有咩睇法？再同佢死過一次，輸咗2次啦，定係試下出口術，趁佢唔為意，都應該唔係趁佢唔為意，應該係真係試下講服佢，但係佢個樣唔似講得服喎，大佬咁嘅樣，一係就無條件投降，無條件投降好似係最衰仔喎。點追佢啊！又睇唔到 YouTube 嗰個 chat 嘅，點解個 bot？ 如果台面上面嗰把，睇到咯，係3000 DPS 嘅 size 應該打得過。台面上邊嗰把係咪3000 DPS 嘅 size 我都唔知。阿 Ray 嘅意思應該係呢一個嘅。試下我哋嘅口才。
She isn't one to talk, and we shouldn't be either. I agree. Talking is boring. We should just get back to fighting her. That's not helpful. We already tried that one, didn't we? You were the one who asked for ideas. Fine. Talk our way out of this. Maybe that's the answer.
聽我說，我崇拜強者，而你看起來就係天生嘅強者。不如我哋唔好打聯手，點諗呢？我可以都聽你得喎。聽我講，我哋依家都係困喺呢一度，不如一齊聯手逃出去。有人跟你說過你好擅長捅人嗎？呢個我揀啦，因為我真係想同佢一齊走出去嘅，就算佢咁樣都好。
Oh, for the love of... The princess stops for a moment, mulling over your deranged proposition.
Nah, not interested. And don't take it the wrong way. I think you're neat, but I'm having way too much fun to stop.
We should coil ourselves. She's about to pounce. Just get ready to fight back. But before you can finish another thought, the princess closes the distance and dodge now. Fails to hit you.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you're a fast one. That's fun. But I think I can get even faster.
唔係咁好嘅。
Now, hit her back. You dodge and parry and strike and are struck, her nicking your flesh and you nicking her skin to reveal shining metal below. But eventually you slip up. You lose the pattern, just for a moment. A blade flashes through the air. and she skewers you.
哇！
Ow. Wow, she is absolutely uncompromising, isn't she? I know it seems weird, but if anything, this makes me want her to like us even more. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die.
係咯，
Did we die?
點解依家會無啦啦多咗個人嘅咧？
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? Don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference? Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
有冇本該一次就結束了？
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
真啊
We！don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. Flawless idea, if you ask me. Such a go-getter attitude.
Come on, show me something new.
我們要再跟他打一次面對無條件投降哦，簡單來事。我來跟他調情試試，他的手臂可以變成刀刃，而我們不行，我們要抱頭。阿路熱切，咁我繼續跟隨阿 Ray 嘅指引。計劃未奏效，他再殺死你，又一次又一次又一次殺死你。你嘅記憶變得模糊，意識從一段生命跳到另一段又另一段，只剩支離破碎嘅衝突片段。Tutorial 原來拎人哋藍圖係咁爽 ，flirt 咗啦。
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
佢啲刀越嚟越多嘅。
What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
係單方面俾人虐殺咯，依家唔係 flirt 緊佢喎。
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One
more
last
time?
time, that's all we need. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you.
我死咗幾多次喺
Then
呢度？
everything goes dark, and you die.
哇！終於死到啦！誒 ，Chapter 4 Mutually Assured Destruction 啊！
You're on a... Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Steel claw is already in our hand.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window over my dead body? That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
崩潰嘅聲音。
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that winning.
喺贏嗰方面，我哋真係可以叫 pro 俾我想知。我哋死咗頭先佢幾多次啊？4次加多另外3次，唔知6次嘅咯。
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know.
個問題係嗰把匕首咧。
Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. I don't care, just want to win.
哎呀 ，miss 咗添。你確定不要我形容一下啦？階梯嗎？或是個空間都不需要嗎？我覺得自己被排除在外了。係主角嘅學習能力太弱，定係公主太強 ？Both.
Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
鎖鏈呢？
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
都想睇下嘅，你又咁有我心，特登準備咗一樣嘢俾我，玩到好似雲 game 咁。
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait, and not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
回魂夜嗰隻雲 game。旁白好慘啊！
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Her new thing.
Really? Okay then.
旁白都開始頂我哋唔順。
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
其實未 ready 嘅。
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
係靚嘅，但係唔係 define 嗰隻靚
Where
咯。
do you think
哎呀
we can throw her out the window? That looked painful.
係咯，我都覺得係好痛喎，睇上去。
How is she still alive?
因為佢個心未俾我哋刺死咯。
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
係咯。
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
我背脊如何配刺呢一個
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Narrator,
放空腦袋。誒
It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
你沒有動作，然而身體卻自行移動了。你接近公主時，她手攻擊了你，但在擊中你之前，你已經閃開了。Ultimate instinct。
You're incredible.
你們的武器鏗鏘有聲地一再碰撞，你和他都放空大腦，專注地戰鬥，進入了無我嘅境界。兩人交織出呢個璀璨嘅舞蹈，有來有往地交戰，彼此間暗流洶湧。你們越發投入這支雙人舞蹈中，心跳越來越快，攻守交替也越來越頻繁，彷彿鋪墊了一世紀之後，破綻出現了。係我哋係佢先個破綻位。你手中嘅匕首不聽使喚地刺出，他的刀刃也同時襲來。哦 Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe。雙方都造成致命嘅一擊，你們都無法幸存，但兩人都不害怕即將來到的死亡，這樣死去很圓滿。誒，矛盾收咗佢咯，呢次係成功嘅。你們沒有看到對方死去，也不會再有機會了。你該離開，記憶回籠。望下咩樣先？而家 The remains， 我分解了。你發現自己又來到呢一個行物，又入返去間木屋，揾返嗰個矛盾睇下。
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
你認為外面有人嗎？你認為外面嘅世界係真實存在嗎？你認為我們真實存在嗎？你對這副軀殼有咩想法？你知道覺醒後會發生什麼事？你送我回去時，我不孤單，因為有聲音和我說話。一些聲音係我，有一個聲音係外物，我稱他為旁白，而他總要我殺你。你身邊有旁白嗎？軀殼嘅身邊有嗎？我還需要帶多少軀殼？如果現在你成為完整體的最後階段，那我不願回去，我要留下來，又有必要就永不離開。我準備好回去攻擊或者破壞佢嘅身軀。我想問下關於旁白嗰一樣嘢。
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
你認為旁白存在其他空間嗎？是雖然沒來由，但我知道它確實存在在其他空間。是雖然我不知道找到它後要做什麼。是找到它後，我們最終可以獲得答案。是找到它後，我要殺了它。是，但請你保密。呢個咯，我覺得個旁白可以俾個答案我哋。
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
好啦，翻返去一開頭呢一度啦。問下佢仲要多幾多個軀殼，我哋可以知道你同呢個完結或者解救到去爭幾遠。
One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
最後一個身體咯，可唔可以帶個好啲嘅身體俾佢呢？我哋好，我哋再一次出發，從頭上路啦。
Each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
真係死亡啦 ！Bring the razor full to her。
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
今次冇人要我哋 skip 咯。今次試下，一直都想殺呢個皇宮貴族，革命萬歲啊！
The spirit. You make your way up the short path to the a warning. But she will. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay. Ignore him.
前冇木屋，睇下個木屋有冇分別啦。同一開頭 Chapter One 通常都冇嘅，但係佢話呢只係最後一次，我諗可能會有啲
The
都
interior
係
of
冇
the
嘅。
cabin is almost a blade.
今次唔拎匕首啦，睇下可唔可以真係救到下邊呢個公主出嚟我哋。
The door to the base. Her voice softly is. Don't.
睇下先，我係嚟救你㗎。
Really?
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
但好似揀咗説
Come
謊嗰個方
downstairs.
法。
I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You
Okay,
walk
正常公主。
downstairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake.
Okay.
傾一陣睇下點。如果我放你走，你要做什麼咯？
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
我信你㗎，我想信你嘅其實。你所說的遲嬲不龍，所以我不能賭上世界命運取得匕首。
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation.
玩咗咁多個鐘，我哋都唔知到底佢係乜鬼嚟。
You have all the explanation you need. You should know.
嗯。
Thank you. You turn back to the stair.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
好。
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you.
誒上到去喎，拎到匕手今次。
Grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
行開咗一陣啫喎，我
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
大咗咩？下咯，定係 我想我們有個不完美嘅開始，你願意從頭來過嗎？
Oh, you coward.
No, I don't think we can.
Oh,
Why
no.
don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
佢喺邊啊？做個了結咯，唯有冇計啦，可以點？呢啲線都出晒嚟啦，我都係時候死㗎啦。
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
關上身後嘅門。
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
點解喺呢個情況之下，我會想閂咗呢道門呢？我唔明。不過 OK。調查手臂，我願意等。
Do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
冒險前往暗處，繼續等。
Wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers. You barely even realize that you've started to drift off.
我想試一次唔殺佢啫，真係。
Pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs. There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone. It can't just end like this. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark.
我冇殺過佢㗎，我冇掂過佢㗎，公主殺我㗎咋今次。The Beast。
You're on a path. You're here to slay her. If you don't, a warning. Before you go in, she will... There's a I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
試問貓在玩弄被逼絕得老鼠時會欺騙它，還是只會照？OK。
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
旁白終於忍唔住要爆。
Maybe.
入去，話唔定我哋又可以揾到多個完全體出嚟呢。今次
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and the blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
唔得，
Close to
直接
your
入去。
floor. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk. I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
有分類。
She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
哇！真係 B 數今次。
She sounds almost feral.
想完埋呢一個，想知道結局係點，可以有個完美嘅結局呢？話唔定。
Impatient. Or maybe eager.
一開始佢話呢個係一個愛情故事嚟㗎，雖然我唔知殺咗個公主幾多次，我亦都唔係好明呢一種愛係邊種愛。
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
痛愛呢個係今次嘅公主喎，睇嚟。
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
Just a princess, okay.
She is certainly not just a princess.
啱啊。
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
話說有冇興趣芒坑？冇啊，冇興趣芒坑。
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
走去啦！你沒有聽到那個多聲馬，他又被鎖鏈鎖住。上次已經明白到佢個鎖鏈對佢冇用㗎啦。我們沒有互相殘殺嘅必要，你知道吧？
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then. Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
仲未完。
You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
你總是在需要行動時開口。
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
呢個係佢個胃嚟嘅。
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
唔會嘅，唔會嘅，我相信佢有個好 end 嘅。我見佢評價超高喎呢隻 game。你說低下沒有離，世界也會更美好。OK。
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
吓？
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
佢依家係上咗去上邊啊嘛，我諗應該聽啲聲行咗上去個樓梯，依家開咗門準備離開個木屋係咪？
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison.
所以個公主佢自己嘗試過逃走好幾次， 一路走親嘅都係翻返去同一個地方，就好似我哋之前一路唔理個木屋，最後就變咗全部都係木屋咁。
I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
我想啊，
Does that
一
work?
齊走。
Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
旁白我都想 do something 喎，但係你有冇留意到我依家個 situation？
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
免得與他融為一體，但我想試下同佢融為一體喎。你能跟小木屋說話問號？你應該要在把我活生生吞下去之前問過我，用爪子和牙齒攻擊。好吧，你可以離開。等死。好吧，你可以離開啦。
Can I?
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then,
旁白冇聲咯喎。
and then, it's gone quiet, hasn't it?
你感受到周圍一陣翻湧，接着就係一條潮潤嘅通道，然後你被彈出去了。那是一個虛空之境。
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you.
哦，旁白 rip 咗啊！旁白不停咁樣 rip 咗。旁白入唔到你呢個空間嘅。
It's cold.
誒，收復咗佢啦。最後一個身體啦，佢話。你還沒開口，他便消失，記憶回錄。
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
係咪之前嗰個一路收集軀殼嗰個人先至係個 true boss 呢？呢個公主其實係 OK， 我哋應該要救呢個公主，唔理嗰個矛盾。你們當然會怕。睇先下，不會有事的，相信我就對了。我們先前就來過這裏，而你們總是很害怕。其實唔需要同我哋講咁多嘢，直接靠緊個鏡。我哋睇下我哋自己嘅樣，跟住我哋就可以揾到嗰個山上邊嗰個人嘅。
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. That thing reeks of death.
係啊，呢次係最後一次嚟㗎。之前嗰個人話唔使驚，唔使驚，所有聲音都 rip 晒喎。睇嚟望下鏡裏邊嘅我係點先？鏡子總會迫使他們離開，但你必須要看鏡子裏邊有啲乜。誒，我隻手唔同咗嘅，你睇下，我個 cursor， 我一點也不醒，我表個雀喎，但這樣不對，你不可能一點也不醒。你重新聚焦，然後看到了他，在倒影之外有一道模糊人影籠罩在陰影之中。你是我
I
嗎？
think you know what I am.
旁白返嚟啦。I think you know what I am。鏡子嘅中央出現咗一道裂痕，將玻璃中嘅影像一分為二。然後係第二道、第三道，鏡子變成了支離破碎嘅玻璃。所以你就是旁白本人，我還在想有沒有機會看到你。你是什麼樣的東西？你是像我一樣的東西？若你不是我，那你是什麼？我有超多問題想問你。你這樣變得四分五裂會痛嗎？抱歉，我不想要摧毀你。如果我轉過頭去或停止發問，會有幫助嗎？我每次向你問問題，感覺你的一部分就會崩解。你是我的一部分嗎？還是你是其他東西？希望我送公主上路的人就是你，原因何在？我見過你很多次，你一直都是同一個你嗎？我不該見證這一切，對嗎？這是什麼地方？我們在哪裏？摧毀鏡子。喂，全部嘢我都想撳下喎。 呢個先啦。
And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time. ，Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
人狠話不多做佢。佢話公主係死亡嘅本身喎。
And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
竟然摧毀鏡子咯咁。你聽得夠多了，你已經知道你是什麼，你是行默，一位巨大而新生嘅神，而你覺醒嘅時間終於到了，這一切都是你。All of this is you。你已經知道你係什麼，最後一次前往木屋。Bring the beast to her cunning heart。你睇得萬象中心，卻並冇最後的軀殼可見證，這裏空無一塵，係咯？點解冇空無一物嘅？定係佢已經甦醒咗，佢已經復活咗啦。OK。
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
我也想你，我是行默，但其實我不知道這個名字的意義。接着我們會面對什麼？我也想你咯，我想知發生咩。他報以源源不絕嘅笑容，靜候你說下去。我問埋咯，呢個行默到底係乜鬼嚟咯？
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Shifting mound, OK。我哋之後會面對啲咩？
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
總是以逸待勞，但這已植入你的本性，不是嗎？
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
其實呢個係一個心理測驗遊戲嚟㗎。
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
梗係開啟最後嗰道門啦。我們有許多未完結嘅故事，我們真係直接離開嗎？你在這之中沒有話語權，因為全由我承擔。我們好好坦白，還有很多疑問，沒有答案，我冇辦法做出選擇。第一個咯。
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
如果我釋放咗你，成個世界會永遠覆滅，我不會那麼做。話語權全由我承擔？問號。我們好好坦白，還有很多疑問。你冇呢個話語權，由我承擔咯。
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
多咗啲選擇啦， 仲有好多疑問。如果我釋放你世界，如果你最終都會進化成為呢個形態，我做嘅事有意義嗎？如果有路最終都會通向呢個階段，我踏足嘅路徑又何妨呢？肯定有其他方法送公主上路。我想試離開這個地方，但我不知道要怎麼離開。問埋呢一個咯。
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
哇！
You are designed. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of what even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
直接回應這個軀殼嘅論述，諸數你們共同嘅人性，你提到生死改變停滯，但重點根本不在於此。反抗他的威權，我來到這地方後，你一直在説教，主張你嘅獨立，你表現得像世界不能沒有你，但你出現前我便存在。反對他嘅觀點，我不認同暴力。諸數你們共同嘅人生，反抗佢嘅威權咯。
What you mistake for lecture is merely observation. We only want to help you. You can vainly struggle against me, or you can follow the rhythm of our movement and find our freedom. Boundless torrent of blades catch you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again.And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths.And you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
我確實遠在於你之上，現在也是我曾經毀滅你，所以現在我也會毀滅你。直接回應這個軀殼探討，睇下先。繼續反抗他的權威，你以賣弄故弄玄虛嘅比喻高談闊論你我嘅本質，但其實內容十分空洞。保持沉默反對，我知道我們根本不必繼續對抗，我跟你走，只是我不知道提前終止反抗並歸順。
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
我會死咗咯。
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
繼續反抗咯。
If my words feel meaningless, it's because words are meaningless. If it feels as though I lecture you from above, it is merely because you have refused to climb after me and find where you belong.
取得我應有嘅地位。OK OK。
That fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen? A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move and yet we both don't, for each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react and both of us break the other. But breaking is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
主張我嘅獨立，你表現；反對佢嘅觀點，我不認同暴力。我知道我們根本不必對抗，我跟你走。好似揾唔到個方法可以反抗佢喎，講真，繼續反抗。我說什麼根本不重要，因為你會繼續闡述你嘅觀點，就像那係普世嘅真理咁。繼續反抗，繼續反抗。
There is only you and me, existing in relation to the other. And I will not stop our dance until you understand.
你們嘅速度緩減，遠處嘅公主鬆了口氣，露出笑容，很高興有機會能夠喘息。
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
講道理。
There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together. 凌駕一切時，很容易對自己相信嘅事物深信不疑。睇下先啦。好了，我隨時可以出發，但我們怎麼離開？我從不想對抗你，但我們要怎樣離開？我不能讓這種事發生，不能讓天地萬物消逝，送公主上路。我得爭取更美好嘅世界，對不起，送公主上路。你是殘酷嘅化身，所以我不能容許你嘅存在，送公主上路。我不知道答案，但一定有其他生靈，總歸不可能是這個。我不會殺你，但我不能讓你自由。你用盡各種嘅方法要了解你嘅觀點，但你一直忽視我嘅睇法。如果你相信可以改變我，想必我也能改變你。其實我又唔係咁想殺佢，但係又唔係好想俾佢咁得意。最後呢一個咯。 What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
咦？點解突然間我哋會有英勇嘅聲音翻嚟嘅？你是那個勇士？你要怎麼幫忙？我以為這裏不容許心聲，係咯，我以為呢度唔可以容許心聲㗎。
Apparently that's not true, but we can worry about it later.
OK。
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
突破嗰個神聖嘅信念，才能擊中佢。
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
我可以在這空間獨立完成這件事。聽下英勇嘅聲音走咯，我哋今次。
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Strange beginning， 誒又係呢一個奇怪嘅空間。
Do you need me to describe things?
唔使。
That'd be nice. A little comfort.
佢都返咗嚟咯。
Most unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too. We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
旁白真的消失了，拿起匕首。有其他人成功抵達木屋嗎？
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there. Jumbled. And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings. I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
OK。進入地窖。
Blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point. Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
真。
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time.
佢喺度。
We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
聽上去係正常嘅今次。
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart.
而且佢都冇俾嘢鎖住喎，呢個係好嘅公主嚟㗎。
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script. Are we missing a page?
坐在他們身旁。OK， 頭先我話正常係呃你哋嘅。你被帶走前，我不曾有機會和你談話，至少不是與真正嘅你。我要為之前傷害你道歉。
That's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. A conversation with us then probably wouldn't have been very insightful.
最正常係呢次㗎啦，輝 ，trust me, bro.
That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
點解重重聲咁難玩啊？個原因係我估下你同之前個 server 裏邊啊 Suki 飯可能同一樣嘅，就係你太過早拎太高科技嘅嘢過去生產太大量嘅嘢，一係就俾啲 spoilage 去卡住啦，一係啦就你自動化得太快，令到嗰個孢子擴散得太快，令到啲蟲係咁過嚟攻你。Anyways， 翻嚟呢度啦，所以我們才被帶走。我們能提供嘅資訊只有這些。再次轉變嘅時候到了。
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
唔係要抽種子，抽種子 OK 嘅呢個。有3個嘴你有個諗法。我很高興再次見到你，我不想誠實。你和在外面嘅你是一樣嗎？你對他有什麼想法？關於他希望我們承擔嘅責任，你是哪個世界嘅公主？你看來和我第一次見面嘅時候一樣，你嘅真面目，呢個係你嘅真面目。既然我們身在一切嘅終點，最後可以告知我嘅你嘅芳名嗎？問名係好緊要，我記得。
We're just a stranger. But that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
That's sweet, but it's also a little sad. I think it's only sad if we want it to be sad.
如果我們直接離開呢？
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
啱啊，旁白唔喺度，應該就係帶住公主走啦，係咪先？
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
牽起公主嘅手，我早就想同你一齊離開，但我不想成神。我希望走出門口時，我們都不變，就只是你和我。呢、個就係我一開頭想做嘅嘢嚟嘅，應該會揀呢個，但我睇下其他 option 先。不知道離開有什麼影響，正是我希望離開的理由。我們知道外面嘅世界，但我們不知道這個結果。我想這麼做，那不重要，重要的是我們一起離開。除此之外，我別無所求。應該係最後啩，睇到一嚿雲，係啊，因為你有冇睇琴晚嗰忽啊？琴晚嗰忽就係佢無啦啦越嚟越癲，跟住就有頭先嗰個女人啦，嗰、個女人唔係呢個嚟，嗰、個女人係要不停收集佢嘅軀殼，別無所求咯。我都係純粹想佢同佢走嘅咁解嘅啫，純粹離開咗，冇跟到唔緊要唔緊要，所以一嚿雲係好正常。
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Yeah, I think we've done our job.
佢睇落會分身，然後其中一個會攞住塊鏡打反相，唔係嗰個。只有你們兩個留下不有時，謝謝你做。
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
好，同公主走。你帶住公主，你們一同最後一次離開地窖。喂，走咗上嚟冇嘢喎。空間充斥住暴力文字操雜思緒，現在則充滿着祥和。但這片寧靜帶着一股能量，係對未知嘅期待同埋興奮。公主停在階梯最上方，直勾勾地看着木門。你看到他們深陷緊張，在既長又短嘅存在中，公主第一次失去自信。他們知道他們的責任已盡，但他們依然存在。接着，他們來到木屋的後門後，你跟隨着他們自信地步伐。好啦，踏出呢一個門啦。
All pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
開門。咦 ？And what happened next? Whatever it is, you face it together. 你今次冇完結嗰個畫面嘅。按常你一開門就俾廿隻金瓜，係咯，直接滅個我都覺。Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. 這是你第一次完成一整個故事，所以資源庫也順利解鎖啦。你可以在主選單或遊戲選單內回憶分頁找到資源庫，其中充滿了線索，能幫助你揾到啲尚未發現嘅軀殼同埋互動選項。祝你狩獵愉快！喂，儲存咯，是求其撳一個咯，返回主選單。有回憶啦，而家輔助功能呢個唔係嚟嘅。你都揾得七七八八噶咯，我哋上邊呢一行。夾縫之間都好似睇剩一個啫喎，呢個呢？毀滅公主不哦，佢個所謂嘅協助嘅意思係咁，死於自然嘅方式不僅止於遭其吞噬殆盡，從根本上與公主合二為一，也許會彼此交融。釋放殘暴嘅囚犯，毫無保留地為他人奉獻。呢個係邊個？哦，呢個真係勁恐怖噩夢，唔係講笑。by the way，好怕呢啲 game 個高同 reward 玩咗同冇玩冇分別，又唔係有色圖，一半都冇唔係，唔係。玩個氣氛嘅啫，呢啲 game 都係。快啲去玩黑白妹啦！黑白妹係咩？好啦，咁喺度呢，係時候 BRB 轉 game 啦，爆咗一隻 game。兒童不宜 ，OK。玩翻啲 action 啲嘅嘢咯。喂！突然間變咗咁恐怖嘅 menu 嘅。好啦，轉去玩呢一隻叫 Rift Storm 嘅 game 啦，準備。咁如果係睇緊 YouTube 嘅話呢，我轉頭就會抌條 link 出嚟俾你哋轉。如果係 Twitch 嘅話呢，就可以繼續留翻喺度，唔使轉嘅。可以學我唔裝布丁玩健全版黑白妹係妹啦，咁即係應該係唔係妹啦。好啦，好，暫時停一停 YouTube 嗰邊啦。